I just set up an AI agent that calls every single Facebook leads that comes in immediately after they submit a form. And it sounds just like a real human. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly step by step how I did it so you can do it too without any coding skills. As a realtor, I know that speed to lead is everything. But in reality, a lot of my Facebook leads, a lot of my leads that come in, I don't have the time to call them. I'm focusing my energy working on my referrals, working on the people that are lower in the funnel. But I still need to do prospecting. I still need to build up my top of funnel leads if I want to have a healthy pipeline. So I decided to automate all the Facebook leads that comes in because Facebook leads, as we all know, they're usually top of the funnel. They're very cold. They're some time away. But there are some gems out there. There are some people who are ready to buy immediately or very, very soon. So this AI agent is going to go and reach out to all of the Facebook leads that comes in from that ad, and they will filter them out and book appointments directly to my calendar. So I get to work with people who are ready to make a transaction within the next few months. And the rest of them, I put them into a nurture sequence. So now I'm going to demo to you exactly what this looks like. So I'm going to make the AI agent call me as if I just inputted a form into my ad. Here's the number.
Divine, I'm Abby from Williams' team at eXp Realty. You signed up to receive a list of single-story homes in Austin from our downsizing ad. I wanted to follow up and make sure we send you the most helpful options. Do you have a quick minute?
Yeah, sure.
Great. So, are you thinking about moving into a single-story home within the next 3 months?
I could be open to it.
That's great to hear. To help us tailor the options for you, what's prompting your move? Are you downsizing, looking for less maintenance, or something else entirely?
Yeah, I guess I just got my property tax bill and I wanted to save on property taxes, so that's why I'm looking to downsize my house. I'm an empty nester, so I don't really need it anymore, you know?
Got it. That makes perfect sense. Saving on property taxes and downsizing as an empty nester are definitely great reasons to consider a single-story home. Since you're looking to move soon, we'd love to assist you with the process. Would you like to schedule a free 15-minute consultation with William, our local expert, to go over neighborhoods and homes that align with your needs?
Yeah, I'd be happy to check it out.
Okay, great. How about today, June 16th at 12:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time or 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time? Do either of those work for you?
Can we do tomorrow, the 17th? I'm more free then.
Sure thing, Jane. Let me check William's availability for tomorrow, June 17th. Yes, absolutely. For tomorrow, June 17th, William has availability at 8:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time or 11 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Do either of those times work for your consultation?
Yeah, 11 works great.
Fantastic. I've scheduled your free 15-minute consultation with William for tomorrow, June 17th at 11 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Please check your calendar for the invite and confirm by accepting it to finalize the booking.
All right, sounds good.
Great. William is looking forward to meeting you. See you then.
And just like that. So you can see that this basically triggers, I use a real person's name. This is a lead that came in, but I'm putting my own email address, so I'm not sending that person emails, invitations or booking invitations over and over again. But this is a great demo of exactly how my Facebook lead will receive a call and go through that filter process. If you notice during that conversation, there are a couple of filter questions that I wanted my agent to ask. I wanted them to make sure that they're looking to move pretty soon, within 3 months. That's my criteria. And then I want to make sure they acknowledge any responses that the person told them about why they're looking to move, so they can feel acknowledged and then heard, and then we can propose, right? That's like what a sales skill 101. So the the best part about having an agent like this is that I can train it to do whatever, or I can improve upon the script. I can train it to do and to do it in a way that I think I would like to have my conversation. Basically, I'm training a salesperson, an inside sales agent on my team to do those calls for me. So now let's go over exactly what I did. I'm going to show you the brains behind the process. So there are a couple processes in place. I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull this up real quick. So here's a kind of what it looks like. This is the flow, the overall flow of how that program works. It goes from Facebook lead form, and then whenever a Facebook lead is submitted, it goes to Zapier, which is the brain or like the heart of this operation. They will get a notification from Zapier. Zapier will then say, hey, there's a lead that came in, and then it will go to the AI voice agent, 11 Labs. 11 Labs will use Twilio number to make a call to the person's information. So on the lead form, I'm going to show you what we're going to set up with. We're going to set up like the name, phone number, and email, right? And then you will call that number and then have that conversation. And then the Zapier, or in this case 11 Labs, I'll also do the workflow of checking my calendar management system, which is in this case Tidycal. And then make sure that I have some availability coming up for the next few days. I'm going to usually do the next next 72 hours, because I want to make sure they get that booking onto their calendar, right? And then if the person qualifies, right, and then we book a meeting, and then the information is also sent to my CRM in Follow-Up Boss, and then you will trigger the follow-up sequence as well. But now let's go over exactly what it looks like on the back end. Go walk you through step by step. So here's the ad. This is what I like about this system that I set up, is that for every single ad that I set up, my thinking from now on is, okay, what is that follow-up sequence is going to look like? What will my sales agents do? My inside sales agents do when they call a lead? Because I'm going to start thinking about, this ad is targeted for downsizing in Austin, buying a single-story home, right? This is my ad right here. And the things that I mentioned are like no stairs, or just downsizing, low maintenance, things like that. So I want to make sure these keywords are also mentioned in my script when my agent calls the lead that comes in, right? And then so now we have this ad word to call script congruency. That's very important to me. And then on top of that, when you make that voice sound human-like and you have that immediate follow-up, I think I have a really good chance getting those appointments booked. So, and then this is the lead form that I use. I'm going to show you what it looks like, because these are the important information I need in order to actually schedule a call on the calendar. I need to know their name. I need to know their name, their email, and their phone number. The way I said email first instead of their name first is because when you do a form, you want something that's not as, how do I put it, you want to give them like a flow where something is easy. Like giving an email is easier than giving your name. Giving your name is easier than giving your phone number. So you want to make them enter a phone number, and then slowly they'll say, why not, right? So that's the flow I have when I'm creating a form like this. But also, I think on Facebook, they actually just auto-populate all three of these fields for you, right? You also want to make sure you have this privacy policy. It gives me a way to disclose that I'll be calling them, right? So this is a pretty important disclosure right there. And then this is all set. So then what happens is that right here, this is Zapier. Zapier is like an automation tool. I already have it in my workflow for my other processes. So I'm going to show you why, what happens here. So this is what happens here. The Facebook leads comes in from that little form, right? From the connect. So the trigger is that a Facebook lead comes in. This is one of their preset trigger. That's one of the reasons I like Zapier, because they have a lot of preset triggers, including connecting to Follow-Up Boss. This one takes a lead that comes in, and then it goes to make sure it comes from this form, right? I have multiple forms that's set up. I want to make sure each form gets an agent that calls it directly, and then the leads information gets pulled. These are the test records, but these are real records. It doesn't show names or anything right now, but you can take a look right here. I'm gonna blur this out. So you will show like the full name, email, and phone number, and then the email, phone number, right? So these are the information that form collected. And then the next step is that you'll I'll set up a webhook by Zapier and custom requests. This will be making a call to my AI agent. So right here, you will make a call using my Twilio phone number, and then you'll make a call to the agent. I'll blur this part out. This has some information from the seller, right? This is the information of the ad that we collected. And then what happens is that you will then make a request to 11 Labs. 11 Labs is great because this is a voice AI model company, but then they do a great job. A lot of the calls, a lot of the other platforms out there, they utilizes this agent directly. And this one is the most lifelike to me. I'm going to show you some of the voices they have. So I'm using, you can see this one right here.
Hey, are you looking for a fresh and engaging voice for your podcast or social media? Then I'm the voice for you.
So that sounds pretty good, right? You can also have like a male.
Hi there. Need a smart, confident, friendly young adult voice? I'm ready and willing. So by repeating what students say, teachers can demonstrate.
Hey, everybody. This is Juniper. I think I would be a great choice for your podcast. I'm pretty laid back and pretty casual. Give me a try.
Yeah, so you can see that, there are different voices out there. They're very lifelike. I even trained this model to have my own voice up there, but I don't want to use my voice for this. I like to have different voices here, like a female voice, a male voice, and I want to use them because eventually I want to test which voice for which category of buyers or sellers will convert the most into an appointment, right? So if I only use my voice, I only have one voice, I really can't really do experimentations. So the thinking I have here is, okay, I want to make sure, okay, for this type of ad, meaning like if they're 55 plus, do they prefer a female voice? Do they prefer a male voice? Do they prefer a calmer voice, a upbeat voice, right? So eventually I can optimize around that. So right now I have Hope. I thought I had that one. So you can change it to different voices. Some voices are better for conversations and some voices are better for narrations or podcasts. This is a really good platform that has very natural voices. But the key part here, you can see that down here, the system prompt, this is like the brain of the AI agent, the voice agent in this case. So I will tell them exactly the scenario, what happened, who you are. In this case, they are an inside sales agent for me. I'm a real estate agent at eXp Realty. And then I want to make sure they're energetic, passionate, and help me succeed, right? And then right now, they are doing lead generation and appointment setting for me. And then the setting is that they're getting an inbound lead who wanted to get information about single-story homes here in Austin. So giving it backgrounds like this, context like this, they all have a better way. Because these things are trained on the entire internet of knowledge, right? And then from there, they'll basically take the role of inside sales agent and do things like what's the word for it? Rejection handling. They'll do things like rejection handling, and then they'll also take the knowledge of having some understanding of how downsizing works, downsizing clients, what they care about, single-story homes in Austin, Texas. These are all informations we can add into the documents and into the training documents right here in the knowledge base. So eventually there will be even more information, more real estate, more Austin real estate, more downsizing in Austin real estate information that I'll be adding to this agent for this particular ad. And think about it, this is just for this ad and this agent. In the future, if I want to do into luxury, if I wanted to do investors, if I wanted to do upsizing, wanted to do relocation, I will be training and adding these agents and informations and providing them the best, most accurate cost scripts and the ways to handle those objections, common objections in order to schedule an appointment, right? So that is what I love about having a system in place like this, because once I train this up, these things scale infinitely, infinitely. That's what I will become the bottleneck. I'll become the bottleneck of my business instead of everything else. And then I also give it tools like get available time and book meeting. This is the next part we're going to talk about. Right? You want to make sure that the calendar tool that you use. In this case, I use TidyCal. They're really good at having those APIs open up. I think Calendly has it, Cal.com has it. So you want to make sure you have a good calendar that you can have API access to, right? So in this case, I'm going to see if I can pull that up for you. So right here, TidyCal has API. So what happens is that I had to understand there are two checks, right? One check is that I want to see what available time. I want the agent to check what available times it has for me. I have on my calendar. So they first will check the available time slots to make sure that there's some times that works. And also in my prompt, I told them to check, make sure that you're booking available time slot over the next 72 hours, starting 1 hour from now. I don't want them to book immediately onto my calendar, right? And I make sure my calendar is always up to date. So that's important to me. I don't want them calling me when I'm already booked, right? So that's important. They have to check the calendar first, and then they're gonna make the call. Oh, where did that go? And then they're gonna use this one to create booking. They're gonna make so I make sure these parameters, these variables are important, are also listed right here. But the good thing is the AI agent will collect these, right? They'll know, okay, the name, the email, and the name, the email, and the time zone, and then what time they want to start the meeting at. So basically from that conversation, the AI will extract that information. So I had it set up, I have had it set up this way. So the AI knows what kind of information they need to put onto the calendar invite in order to book meetings. So that's what I love about it. And what I also like about having 11 Labs as my call agent is that because it is the actual voice agent platform, meaning that other platforms, if they use 11 Labs, when the call is made, the call has to hit that platform first, and then that platform has to make a request to 11 Labs to transcribe and create the lifelike audio, and then transfer it back to the system, and that system transfer back to the phone. So that creates a delay and latency, right? But if 11 Labs is the one creating voice and transferring that voice directly to the phone, that's much shorter. So it sounds like a real conversation as if you would have with a real salesperson. So that's what I'm excited about. Also, what I like is that it has a good call history. So in the future, I can improve upon the script by seeing, okay, here, this is the person that made the call. This is what the agent said. And then eventually people drop out. I can say, okay, they dropped out after we mentioned X, Y, and Z. So I can use that information to improve upon it. Right? You can also see that right here. This makes a call into my calendar to get available time, to see what available time is here. So I like that they have a transcript right here. And in the future, what happens is that I'm going to create a follow-up agent. It's not going to be the initial inbound agent anymore. It's going to be a follow-up agent that uses these conversations and all the other informations to create the best sequence of conversations to this particular client. So I'm going to nurture them in the future using this agent as well, using this system that I set up. So I'm very excited about that. So that's basically a quick overview of what happens here on the inbound whenever a Facebook lead is added. So now imagine what you can do in the future and scale up your system for not only you if you're a solo agent, but also for your team if you're a team leader, or even for your brokerage, right? Imagine if your agents only have to focus on meeting the appointments, not have to worry about prospecting. Imagine the value that you can provide, the pitch you can give to say, we have ready to go appointments for you in your system when you join our brokerage, in your calendar when you join our brokerage. And this is so exciting, so scalable. This is why I think every agent should have to know exactly what AI can do for their business. And this is what I'm doing, what I'm implementing every day into my business. So if you want to know the exact system or the process that I did to set up this agent, you can get a step-by-step guide down below using the link down below to show you. I'm going to showcase basically this video into a PDF format so you can walk through that process yourself. And leave a comment down below if you want to know how the results. And leave a comment down below if you want to know the results of this AI agent. I'm going to see the number of appointments booked and number of calls they made, etc. So I'm going to make a video on that in the future. And by the way, if you want to know the step-by-step process I did in a PDF format, you can use the link down below and get this information. It will showcase to you. And by the way, if you want this step-by-step guide, this AI follow starter kit guide for realtors, you can get it using the link down below for free, absolutely free.